Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for X Factor #1. This is a new book from the Ashes, a new beginning, another book on the X-Men line of books, of course, from Marvel Comics. Let's talk about the creative team because I'm very excited to talk about everybody that's in this book. This book is written by Mark Russell, who is a fantastic writer. Bob Quinn, who is one of the artists that I really love his designs, with colors by Jesus Alberto, letters by Joe Caramagna. When the mutant nation of Krakoa fell, its people found themselves forced to reintegrate into human society with these weapons of mass destruction like mutants spread across the globe once again. How will the world's governments respond? This issue stars Angel, Feral, Firefist, Zyber, Cameo, and Havoc. And of course, we have plenty of covers at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. X Factor has normally, after the first iteration specifically, not so much the first team of X Factor, but after that, it's been a government led team for a few times. And I think if you're going to have a book that talks a little bit about world geopolitics, I think a book that talks a little bit about fame, fortune, mutants. A new mutant arms race has swept the globe as international governments are building their own mutant armies. Only America's X Factor has the most powerful, most patriotic, most marketable mutant heroes to stem the tide and make the world safe for democracy. Join Angel, Havoc, Frenzy, Feral, and Pyro as they go from one death-defying mission to another. Who will die? Who will fall in love? Who will be the first to sell out? Live, like, comment, and subscribe to find out. You can do that to the channel or to this book. Um, this book is just a bag of really interesting concepts of like, okay, mutants are back in the world. A lot of them, of course, have really, really they're very powerful. So how do you keep them in control? And the government realizes that they have to put a little bit of marketing behind this new team of mutants because everyone is still pretty much reeling from the events of Krakoa, right? They don't trust mutants. A lot of them hate mutants still, and the book kind of lets you see that. So I think Mark Russell does a really good job at bringing you that commentary, and all this brought to life by Bob Quinn. Now, Bob Quinn, fantastic artist. You probably seen some of his work in like things like Alligator Loki, most recently over at Image with Kill Your Darlings, which is tonally very different. So it was really interesting to see. This is more of a tongue-in-cheek action type of book, whereas Kill Your Darlings was pretty much a horror nightmare. So very cool to see Bob just kind of like switching gears, but still some of the things that really stand out. Bob draws really expressive faces, which you'll see in some of the preview art. I think some really cool action sequences, and I'm wondering how many characters he got to design himself. So I think that's going to be interesting. Maybe I'll reach out on social media to ask him that question. But let's take a look at some of the preview art. Here we meet Roger Broderick, who's kind of putting all this stuff together for the government. He's really just a marketing person for the government, right? They have a little bit. I love this kind of like commercial, like doing a commercial type of, like kind of showing a video on a comic book. It's interesting because you just get to see like some of the highlight panels, and I think Bob really captures it. As I mentioned, very expressive faces, even in just a mutant that it's a little bit like a cloud, right? Like just the expressive faces on that, it's really fun. But of course, everything's running by the government, which is where Mark Russell's commentary and the way that he writes comes in. I love the aesthetic of the winged angel holding up the flag with the blue angels flying behind them and then meeting an all new team of X Factor. Now, I'm not very familiar with a lot of the, I don't know if any of these characters are new to the book, or just maybe characters that Mark Russell dug out from like deep within the confines of the X-Men. So it's really fun. But as you may or may not have realized, a lot of the characters that I named here and that we saw in the preview art are not the ones that we described in the description. So keep an eye out for that. So yeah, really fun. A lot of stuff happens. this is the cover that I ended up picking up just because I'm a big fan of Havoc. I think sometimes he gets done a little bit dirty, but anyone that could pull off a headpiece like that, which plenty of headpieces in this issue, yeah, I think it's somebody that I want to get behind. So very much enjoying this book. One of my favorite series so far in the From the Ashes era of the X-Men. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.